Welcome to Epic Star Wars Battle Reports! I'm your co-host Dave.
And I'm your other super excited co-host, Alex.
Alex, today we're going to talk about a wonderful topic and about a wonderful fictional character.
I'm glad you're finally on board with the rest of this.
Thrawn! I jumped the gun, but I had to. Oh my god. Yeah, this was a good book. If you're illiterate, become literate so you can read this deliciousness right here.
Pretty much, yes. Do immediately.
I got the Barnes & Noble edition right here. What's great about it, for those of you who like stuff that's fun,
yes, you get a free poster, don't you?
Yep, let's pull out this badness right here.
Alright.
That awesomeness right here.
I approve. I approve the pose, the Imperial pose.
It could be bigger, but it's a book, you know.
So, Dave, what did you think?
I loved it. Oh, for the record, guys, spoilers, and spoilers.
Yeah.
This book changed my outlook on Thrawn.
Good.
Mind if I elaborate?
What was your outlook before?
He's a villain.
Mm-hmm.
He's a bad guy. Heir to the Empire, bad guy.
Mm-hmm.
Rebels show, bad guy. Here, he's not really a bad guy if you think about it. If you read his book, his whole point is to support the Chiss Ascendancy. He sought out a strong force that could help protect his people, and that he could become a part of, and have to be the Empire. Now he is still, technically is a bad guy because he is, a loyalist to Palpatine.
Yeah.
But him personally, it's like kind of like a Robert E. Lee type. Robert E. Lee actually did not support slavery, folks. He's actually against it. But he thought that the Confederacy was the winning side, so therefore he aligned with it. A little bit of information right there about the Civil War. So it's kind of like a Robert E. Lee type. He's not supporting. If you look at it, Thrawn made sure to try and reduce civilian casualties. The whole problem with Baton that was mentioned in the show and at the end of this book is because that Arinda Price is full, selfish little chick.
So yeah, he does try to conserve life. He does try to do everything more efficiently. That is definitely one aspect of him that there's definitely not enough time in the TV show to demonstrate his character very well. But this book, you basically, just as Build, you get to see his career from the beginning to end, basically from when he first came on with the Empire until you see him in the Rebels TV show season 3.
Pretty much. And think about this is like the first time I can really think off the top of my head we got like a biography of a Star Wars character. Like you're like you don't really have a Darth Vader one. You have the prequels. That's the biography. It's like the book on tape. But there's like no Palpatine biography. There's no like real Luke Skywalker biography. It's like, well, that's not true. He was an orphan. And no. There's no in-depth portrayal of the day-to-day of Luke ascending. I mean, you see it in the movies, for example. But like, okay, Luke's not an example either. He kind of get a biography of him. But you get the point. Yeah. Is we have a detailed biography of a very important character.
Yeah, and it's not just the exciting action part. It's like the subtle, boring parts, like the Academy, like the little rivalries that are going on at the Academy, all those things.
Thrawn goes to dinner parties.
Yes, Thrawn goes to dinner parties.
Dinner parties.
The politics, all that he's involved in, how he's learning about humans and the Empire. He's discovering things about the Empire gradually. All that's very interesting to see from his standpoint. He's basically, like I've always said, he is the Sherlock Holmes of Star Wars. He's got that. He's got that ability to look at a situation and reason out like everything that came before will come after, and just use that. He's just a very brilliant mind. And it's not just that you say he's brilliant. You see how brilliant he is. And at first you're like, what's he gonna do? How is he gonna what the heck is he doing? And you're like, oh man, that was crazy smart.
A good example is towards the end of the book with the battle over Baton, where he had the tugboats that really had TIE fighters inside of them. So that was, I read the book, I'm like, I really yelled out, this guy's a bloody genius! I really yelled out loud in my in-law's basement reading this book, this guy's a genius! No one was around to see me yell out loud. Like what? This blue man on the cover is very smart.
Yeah. I've actually been very interested in Thrawn ever since that first universe Thrawn trilogy.
Yeah, Heir to the Empire was brilliant. Timothy Zahn, for record, we mentioned in a previous video, I think I said that Drew Karpyshyn was the second best author. If you guys didn't figure out who number one was, it's this guy's name right here, Zahn. Timothy Zahn
Right,
rhymes with
right.
Thrawn. He is the best. No one will be better than him ever.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. For creating Thrawn, he is to be given all credit for that.
He also created Mara Jade. I wonder if she's gonna pop up in any other shows.
Yeah, well, he probably will at some point. All right, my turn. What I thought about this. It's actually now. Bear with me now. It's actually not Timothy Zahn's best work, but that's saying something considering Timothy Zahn is the best author in Star Wars.
I agree with you
It
there.
still leaps and bounds above other authors on their
much.
best day. Like Timothy Zahn on his worst day, just basically is leagues above anybody else on their best day. So, what did I think about it? I thought it was a little bit too linear, and there was a little bit. It was a little bit boring because I don't like because half the book is actually not about Thrawn. It was about Orinda Price.
Orinda Price, yeah.
Who's Governor Price, who nobody cares about.
That part was interesting,
Yeah.
but it was just not necessary.
It was not.
I agree with you
Yeah.
on that. Yeah.
What else? I mean, I also I don't know. I just didn't think he had a great adversary. His adversary in this book is called Night Swan, and there's nothing really too interesting to me about him. Anyway, I wish he would have been. We had all sorts of theories flying as to who could have been.
We thought he was a Jedi.
We thought he was a Jedi,
or
so-
even Ahsoka at one point, maybe for all we knew.
Man, it could have been such a great twist if he was a Jedi, and that would have set up the rivalry between Thrawn and the Force-sensitive characters later.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because he's got this ability where he can like reason out and predict people, whereas the Jedi have this unpredictable ability where they can do these Force powers that he can't understand. So it can be really interesting. And so and there was no. In the original Thrawn trilogy, it's still a Miriam. He could play his own cards. Here, there wasn't so much of that. So it was kind of like bureaucratic stuff. But make no mistake, like I said, Thrawn is a baller. This is a no-brainer. By the way, there's all these books that are coming out that they're focusing on characters on the Imperial side, like Tarkin and now Thrawn. They're all very interesting. Kind of like this is similar to the Tarkin book.
I haven't read that yet.
It's kind of Tarkin book goes back all the way like Tarkin's childhood, so that was even more of detail. But this sort of reminds me of that. It's still a very good book. Like when you see it really adds when you look at the TV show and you see him, you're like you understand like Thrawn. This is his whole background. This is what he's doing. Everything he's doing.
Yeah, I had one complaint about this book. It ended. I give this book, for me, Alex, I give this book an A+.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree with you that it did get slowed apart when you get to the political aspect, the bureaucrat part, and Governor Price's biography. It was just kind of shoehorned in there, but I just feel like it's such an insignificant trash, if you'd call it that.
It was still interesting. I kind of like Price, to be honest.
I like her.
Yeah.
And if you look at the cartoon show, you and I both realize she's kind of young to be a governor. If you look at her, she's not like she's 50 or 60 years old. She's like what, in her early 30s. That's what she looks like in the show.
Yeah.
So we understood how she became a governor.
Mm-hmm.
Blackmail.
Pretty much. Political deals and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which it's hard to write that and make that interesting. If Timothy Zahn does it, that can be like bribery and all that stuff. That can be really hard to make interesting, but he pulls it off.
Yeah.
What else? What are you interested in? Because there's some mysteries that were introduced here because this is a brand new universe of Star Wars.
I just realized we forgot something. We forgot to talk about a really good new character that was in the book too, brother. Eli Vanto. He's so great. He got that wild space accent.
Ensign Eli Vanto reporting for duty. So this is a character that's brand new to this book too.
Yeah.
It's very central, almost central to Thrawn. He's the other main character of this book, and a lot of it is written from his perspective.
I like that Thrawn was training him. I thought, is Thrawn trained this guy, or is he setting up to be a fall guy for him down the road?
Oh, he's training him because Thrawn is not evil. Thrawn is just he personifies order, but he's not per se evil.
I figured, it never hurts to cover your backside. I figured Thrawn might do that, but I'm like, if Thrawn does it, that makes him petty, and I'm glad that this guy was training all the time. Thrawn was looking for an ally or for someone. He offered Night Swan to join him, and Night Swan's like, screw your money, I have rules.
Yeah, basically, again, major spoilers as before said. Thrawn's not evil. He's like, oh, well, he's fighting somebody, and his like main adversary, he just offers him a job. He's like, you're a great tactician. Come join me. That seems like a thing that he would do.
Yeah.
He just cares about results. And so here's the mystery. Like this whole time, Thrawn is trying to build up power, build up his rank, build up his fleet and subordinates in order to fight something that's threatening the Chiss. But we don't know what that is yet. So, I mean, he talks about it in the book a little bit, and he says, like, the reason I'm with the Empire is that there is something bad out there, and we need overwhelming power that's consolidated under one government to fight it. And not like a rebel alliance of like hodgepodge guys that do whatever they want. So we don't know what that is at this point. Is it the Yuuzhan Vong? I mean,
Snoke.
Snoke. That's true.
And the unknown region.
That's true.
Because remember the unknown. There's anything too. The Thrawn in the Legends.
Yes.
Hate that subtitle. In the real expanded universe, reason why Thrawn didn't go down under in a court martial or blown up on a Death Star is because he's in the unknown regions of space, and that's where the Chiss are located, or in unknown regions of space.
That's true. That's a good point. That's a very good point.
I think maybe it's the Vong, like you said, or maybe it's Snoke or some kind of, I don't know what. Maybe it's a sequel to Ghostbusters that came out last year. I have no idea. Anything horrible, monstrous like that.
That's possible. So anyway, it leaves open. Is there going to be a sequel to this? I don't think so.
I don't think so. Maybe I'm curious what Vanto does when he talks.
That's true.
Like, as if Vanto meets the Chiz and, hi, I am Thrawn. I know Thrawn. I'm from the Empire, and it ends. It's like, and then what? They have coffee and scones. What happens?
I don't know. What do you think of Vanto? I thought he was okay. He at first was very skeptical of Thrawn. He's like, but then kind of came around to see him.
Yeah, see, I know Thrawn's a genius.
Yeah.
You know Thrawn's a genius. Yeah. You guys know Thrawn's a genius. So it's like someone saying, "Is Albert Einstein smart?" It's like, I have no idea. I'm just as curious about Albert Einstein. Helped make a huge bomb that wiped out a country. I have no idea. It's like, is J. Robert Oppenheimer smart? I have no idea either. It's like I felt funny. It's like I know Thrawn is smart. He knows what he's doing. I was never skeptical. I was always curious how he'd pull each victory off. But it's funny. It's like I know something you don't know. I love that feeling.
Well, I think that's more for the people who are new to Thrawn. They can put themselves in his shoes. I don't know. You're right. It's kind of a stretch because like in the beginning of the book, Thrawn pulls off this like one man, basically Rambo commando attack.
Yeah, that was baller. By the way, that was so amazing. I love it. Timothy Zahn can write action so well.
He can.
He is amazing.
Yeah, he can write anything. Anyway, looking forward to other things that come out after this from Zahn. I'm glad that he's writing again. I mean, he did write a really good book. I hate to say it, but it was even you gotta let you read some other Zahn stuff. It was amazing. Recently, but I think it was it worth the wait for about a year to wait for this book?
Dude, what did I say on phone calls? Hey Alex, guess what? It's one day close to the throne coming out. I have a nerd bucket list. Can I tell you what I'm waiting for to come out this year, folks? This because it's it did in April. It came out in April. Game of Thrones season 7.
Yep.
Stranger Things season 2 is coming out on Halloween. Then we got Rebel season 2, which I think comes out.
Rebel
maybe
season 2? Or
season 4. Season 4. Yeah. Rebel season 4. Yeah. It comes out sometime in October. And then, of course, the best thing of the year coming out.
Episode 8.
The Last Jedi. Yeah, so this is like, I've been like itching to start my list of nerd things I'm looking forward to. And this was, I start off with a bang with this book.
That's right.
So Game of Thrones season 7 is going to be amazing. I don't doubt that either.
Out of 100, what would you rank this book?
110. I loved it. Like I said, it didn't have drawbacks. It did. It ended. Price. See, Price would have been a detraction from this book. It was, but she was interesting. It just was not necessary. She was not necessary to be in here. But I like how she thought she was manipulating Thrawn. Like, Hey, MC Smith. It's like, you're a dummy. You're a moron, lady.
Yeah.
Thrawn's smarter than you. Ooh, you know Pollock's better than him. Yeah, but you can't take over planets. He can. So who's smart there, retard? Okay.
Yeah, she keeps like threatening Thrawn. He's like, "You need me," and you're like,
So she provides humor in the book. There's even comedy in this book. I mean, the price is funny. She thinks she's smarter than Thrawn.
Yeah, oh, that is the funniest part. Everybody thinks they're smarter than Thrawn. That's part of the fun of this book.
I would say there's only one person in this book that's probably smarter than Thrawn. Emperor Palpatine. That's about it.
Even
Maybe.
him.
Even him.
Yeah.
Maybe. He's more impulsive than Thrawn, but he has more wisdom than Thrawn, in my opinion. The Pope with what Sidious did, the extinction of the Jedi Order.
Right.
Even Thrawn could have pulled that off.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's why I say. Okay, Order 66 as a backup to Palpatine being smarter than Thrawn. But excluding that, no, Palpatine's not smarter than Thrawn, but just a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, 100, like I said, there was nothing here that took back. There were no negatives. There was just, like I said, again, a price, not necessary, but she was interesting.
Yeah.
If she had been boring or stupid or obnoxious, I would have been like, negative, but no, I can't give this book a negative.
What were some themes in this book, Dave? I mean, I realized the theme of Price's character was power corrupts. She started out her journey into politics as basically revenge. So I guess that's another theme, is revenge never turns out well.
No, it doesn't, unless you're written to Price, and then it works out smashingly. Actually, it didn't, because she has no friends. Her only friend's in jail, and no one knows where. Well,
right.
her best friend got put in jail, and her other friend Driller is
yeah.
missing in action.
Her life was consumed by revenge, and she basically turned in her best friend to the authorities.
And she also killed a fleet of perfectly good stormtroopers for no good reason, just to cover her tracks.
Yeah, not just more than that. She could committed like a giant.
Guy's name's Gudger. His name was the ISB guy.
He murder, almost like a terrorist act. Anyway, that's one theme, is that when you set out for power and you set out for revenge, nothing ends well. I thought that was pretty well done. It was a slow character development, you could see. Another theme, I guess, in this book that they explored was, you're right about this whole theme, but Thrawn is looking to overthrow the greater evil, so that's why he's joining the lesser evil, which he thinks is the Empire. Yeah. So the other theme, I guess, overarching theme with Thrawn is, I will work with the lesser evil to overthrow the greater evil.
Which is a smart thing to do in general.
Yeah. It's the tactic. I mean, he's all about tactics. That's tactically the thing we would all do. But he's fighting against, obviously, the rebels who want freedom now. So anyway, and those are themes that are rarely explored other places. I mean, I haven't seen that a lot, so it was something new. Out of 100, I would give this book 92. Of course, actually, I gotta take it back. Probably like a 95, because we're talking about Zahn here. And yeah, it was definitely worth the wait. Man, I gotta say, I was looking forward to this book more than I was looking forward to Last Jedi, and
wow,
it's because his writing is that good. It's always worth the wait.
It is. Yeah. Well, folks. Anyway, we've been talking about Thrawn.
Yeah.
Let's put some action with this Thrawn.
Oh, that's right. This is a battle report channel, isn't it?
That's right. It's not just Zahn's the greatest writer ever channel, which he is.
Well,
we're also that channel too, by the way. Now, Timothy Zahn, the best writer ever. If you watch this video the whole time and you wait till the very end right now to watch this part, you're the best. Please give me a signed copy, please.
No, but he is a really, really amazing.
When it comes to Star Wars,
person.
he's the George Lucas of the writing. Only he's not.
Absolutely.
Only he doesn't mess up what he created. Like, if Lucas was perfect, he'd be like Timothy Zahn.
Yeah, I mean, I wish he had more creative freedom to write more things, but just for creating Thrawn, probably the best, definitely the best EU character.
The best part of season 3 of Rebels is this man Thrawn.
But you were talking about us doing a battle report on.
Yes, that's right. Sorry, I ADHD'd for a second and jumped off topic. He went ride bikes. Anyway, folks, it's gonna be one of the best things. What's Thrawn do besides take out rebels? He takes out scumbags.
Oh, what's that? Oh,
it's not the Chimera, but it's the next best thing to the Chimera. It's the
Imperial Raider, and we're gonna be raiding here next time. But let's pause this, Dave, and then our next video will be the battle report.
It will be, folks. So stay tuned. We're looking forward. Dun dun dun.